Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to finally be breaking down the quests in the OseanWorld Discord server. I would like to encourage you to go ahead and do these quests yourself. The experience of doing them all really cannot be recaptured in this video, but I wanted to kind of document these quests, one, so that there is a documentation publicly available for people if they want to know the quests but for whatever reason don't want to do them, but also so that we can talk about the lore that is within these quests. So without further ado, I'm just going to go step by step into these and talk about how to complete these quests, but also how they pertain to OseanWorld lore. So when you first join the server, you don't have access to the quests immediately. You have to reach a level 5, which is obtained by talking enough within the server. Once you do that, you have access to the quest rules, magic spells, the sleeping hymn quest. So let's go over the quest rules really quick, as posted by La Vega. You're probably wondering what happened. Well, you've solved the first riddle. Bet you didn't even know there was a riddle going on in the first place. Well, now that you're here, let me explain all the new stuff going on. Well, first, there are the quests. The quests are cool missions I need help on. Since I'm new to the real world, there are some things I really don't understand, but you guys would probably know more about certain stuff than I do. There's also the magic spells chat. You'll usually be able to tell when you've completed a mission when you find a magic spell to cast. I believe in your realm they're called commands. Then there are the items. The items do special things and are given to you after completing certain thing. Quest, leveling, etc. Like right now, you have the mountain. It allows you to see all of this stuff. There are loads of items that you get that do all sorts of stuff. Have fun. So for those that are less familiar with Discord, there are different Discord bots, and you are able to put in commands according to different bots. A command may look like this, or this, or this, depending on the bot that you're dealing with. In this quest, they're going to be looking like this. So if you see something that looks like this, it means it's a magic spell. So the first quest that we have access to is Sleeping Hymns quest. La Vega gives us this thing, and he tells us, I was walking around OseanWorld when some old guy stopped me and handed me this piece of paper. The top part I really don't understand, but the bottom part talks about words of gods, which is a different language I picked up on a while back. Words of gods is translated as Joni script, one of the more weirder languages in OseanWorld. Only a couple of tribes use it. One that I know of are the Society of I. They're these wizards that live in mountains and do wild magic stuff. I remember this one time I went to this moon in Galaxy 777. It's a place with a lot of purple crystals and white stars. They had this girl trapped in one of the biggest crystals I had ever seen. When I walked up the crystal, she had broken free and threw me in a different universe. Crazy, right? But what was weird was when I saw her floating in the crystal, I found some of that Joni script floating around her. I never saw what it said because everything happened so fast. Maybe you can go in my memory and find out. Oh, and here are my notes that I've collected over the years on Joni script. Hope it helps. So yes, we get to do the dreaded cipher. And this cipher was provided to us at the beginning of entering the server. Looks like this. And we've been seeing it throughout the different music videos and episodes and stuff, so now we get to finally put it to the test. I ended up doing these ciphers so much in one sitting that I pretty much was able to decode things without even looking at the cipher at some point, but that was way down the line. But anyway, let me descramble this for you and tell you what it says. Sleephymns.tumblr.com. Those who speak the words of God shall be granted with a key. And so that leads us to this Tumblr link, and we're met with a password. So now we have to find a password. Well, you're going to end up finding quickly that a lot of this stuff is connected to social media, websites, and even music videos. So where do we find said command? This will come in handy for later. For now, we get to move on to another quest. The second quest that we also have access to at the moment is Apple Marty's Apples. Apple Marty is a character within the universe that I didn't talk about in the last video. He's just kind of there. Okay, so we're given this with L telling us. So I found more info about Apple Marty the other day. Apparently, aside from being funny, he makes magic apples. He told me there's a special way to make them, but all he did was give me some confusing notes. Maybe you can figure it out. And indeed, I do. Decoded, it says, how to make apples. The way I make my apples is by saying a magic spell, but I hid it. I hid it on the bottom of my crush's Instagram. Who is my crush? Well, you gotta follow me at Apple Marty. And so I did. If you go to Apple Marty's Instagram, you go down to a post made on the same date that the message was posted in the Discord. Apple Marty tags his crush, which sends us to this Instagram page. If you go all the way down to the first post and you sift through the comments, you find Apple Marty's where he says, this is our first magic spell. So if you type shoot the boot into the magic spell channel, we are given an apple and access to the next quest called the King's Gate. Figured the password to the gate is the daughter's name, which is ironic because I don't know her name. Good luck finding the spell. And if we decode this, it says, the king's daughter was one of the most beautiful singers in all the land. Both her and the king would sit out in front of the moon and make the most beautiful music. On the day of the Venus retrograde, the moon shattered and killed the king's daughter. Destroyed by grief, the king locked up all the song, notes, magic, everything behind a magical door. They say the door can only be opened with a magic spell. So, if we go to the music video, Venus retrograde, and we translate what's in there, it says, the king and the girl, Sphinx of black quartz, judge my vow. Goddess of beauty and love of the second planet from the sun, do you want to join the void? Find the gate of Osean. Well, we're given a key to the first quest that we went on, which is that the daughter's name is the password to the gate. Unfortunately, this part is less self-explanatory, but if you go to Deco's music video Crystal, there will be Joni script that you have to decode, which gives you the princess's name, Amethyst Dream. And if you go back to the Tumblr and put this as the password, you get access to this link, which then brings you to a music video, and you can find the next magic spell in the description box. Insert this command and you get this magic item. Now we're going to move on to the documents that were given to us within this same channel. Going to the King's Gate quest, we have this magic spell. You put it in, we get our third magic item, which then gives us access to Osean Gate. We're given this link to a Dropbox where it gives us music. This doesn't really connect to the quest as far as I can tell, but I had it on the background while I decoded all of this. And I'll just do you the favor of doing the heavy work and decode this for you. Hyper realm, repeat it over and over. Don't go to the void, make a choice, Daedric City, Lost World. And on this page, we are given an explanation for how L can control the Shadow Kids. Shadow Kids, in my journeys to the Endless Realm, there were their weird little children that acted as if nothing were there, had white eyes and pure colors, skin with a symbol on their chest. They wouldn't act as individuals but as a unit, and you'd see them in groups only. The Shadow Kids would steal many Aiku's souls. Maybe that was their purpose. I think they are guided by a different source. Something controls them and tells them how and when to act. I've seen lots of colors, but really no master, except one. One is a man with bluish purple hair. He seems a very sluggish human. However, his magic abilities is very great. I could feel it from a mile away. His Shadow Kids wouldn't move unless he had the proper spell. I was too far to hear it, though. Also, this thing was on the ground. Maybe this spell will do something. I followed them a great deal. All they would do is eat Aikus. My theory is that they give the user great power, and he needed the power to create this thing. A powerful spell indeed. We also have access to this and a link to the OseanWorld website, which I explored for my last video, even without having access to these quests. And they do answer lore questions if you're ever interested to check out. But translating these pages, they say, I don't know where I am. I don't know what this means of who I am. The spell makes you remember too much. The void, the void, the void. The key, energy of the universe. The void is here. The force is with you. It with me. It's all around it. It hurt. The void, the void, the void. It pushes and pushes and pushes. The void, the void. There are stars in your eye. Who is this? Who is the one of all one? There are stars in your eyes. I've learned so much when doing this spell. Cast into the void, there is nothing but great chaos. The only thing I could see was a dark figure with 2 white eyes. He told me everything. First out, speech is actually from the elements of this world. Each element is a fundamental piece of our universe, and it doesn't really make sense to me. Pretty nuts, right? So much amazing knowledge I wish could teach me more. I need to understand. Maybe if I tried remembering again, I could figure out what to do. I've tried to remember a spell, and nothing seems to work. It seems I need a great deal of power over my head on this. Maybe I should create my own, the hidden path. If we type in this magic spell, we get this magic item. And there are other magic items that you can get. Playing at the casino, I think you can get apple juice. And you can also get access to this magic item, which is by, if we go to the song Requiem for My Flower, we get this spell. We type it in, and we get the hidden special magic item. So, lore-wise, what does this all mean? Well, these are the only references we have to this one character, or rather, 2 characters. The king, connected to Osean, and this amethyst character. And all we know about this lore is King Osean and Amethyst were king and princess, and one day the moon shattered, and this killed the princess, and Osean was understandably upset about it. And then we find out that Amethyst was stuck inside of a crystal and Elle found her. How is this all going to connect to the rest of the lore? I'm not really sure, but it definitely seems important. While these pieces of lore don't really seem big, they may help us to connect stuff later down the line. It seems that Osean likes to sort of have us piece things together from different things, which kind of makes this an ARG. Also, disclaimer, Osean has typos everywhere, so you're gonna have to make some assumptions about certain things, and yes, this includes spells, like Amethyst is spelled wrong in the music video, but yeah, I mean, you figure it out eventually. So I hope this guide helped you better understand OseanWorld, or if you were stumped on a quest, maybe you just came for one answer. I hope you didn't cheat your way through. But this is just documentation of what's going on in the Discord and the connection to the overall OseanWorld that is being constructed by Osean himself. So, with that being said, I will say thank you for watching.